What struck you the most when you went back to Nigeria in 2007 compared to the country you knew when you were a child?
I think when I was a child, there were lots of, there was like military everywhere, soldiers, checkpoints. They were asking you for money and checking your bags and stealing things from your bags. But now, you know, when I went back in 2007, it was much more relaxed. There weren't hardly any checkpoints, and you know, you sense the country was much more free, and the press, the journalism was a lot freer as well.
I think that in your book there's a feeling of annoyance for many aspects of Nigerian life, like a very excessive faith in God and other deities, compared to the willingness to actually do something to change things. Do you think this could change someday?
No, I think now there's, you know, now that we have a democracy and we've got social media, all of these sorts of things, now people are free to protest in a way that they couldn't before. So, you know, I think things can change. Nigerians are very proactive, and obviously there's a reliance on religion, you know, in some quarters. But, you know, for the most part, it's a country that can really go places if people are given the opportunity. And, you know, I think now that we have a democracy of sorts, you know, hopefully things will improve. And if we can just finally get some electricity, I think the economy could really take off, at least in the south.
Have you ever gone back to Nigeria after the journey that inspired the book?
No, I keep meaning to go back. There were 2 occasions where I was supposed to go back. One of them I was sent back at the airport because of my passport wasn't, was going to expire or something. So I keep being jinxed. But I'm hoping there's a chance I'll go back in April next year. It depends on a project, whether we get funding for it.
You visited and wrote travel guides on several African countries. Can you tell 3 things that make Nigeria unique?
I think we've just got so much variety. Nigeria is such a big country. We literally have everything. We've got sand dunes and camels and mosques in the north. We've got gorillas and chimpanzees and rainforests in the south. You've got, you know, 300 ethnic groups, which means so many different dances, so many different types of sculpture. It's just amazing. It's kind of, you know, you could gather everything in West Africa outside of Nigeria, and Nigeria still has more than all of those countries combined. It's just got everything. We've got a great film industry, which I think, you know, is going to improve over time. And you know, it's beautiful. Like, you know, you've got some really nice mountains and lakes, and it's just a really amazing country. I think, you know, I've been to Ghana and Ivory Coast and all those big countries, and Nigeria to me is like twice as exciting as the others.
In the last years, Nigeria has appeared in Western media mainly for Boko Haram-related facts. But Nigeria is much more than this, as we can discover reading your book. Do you think Nigerian authors could do something to change how Western media view Nigeria?
Well, I think the problem with news is that they will always focus on that sort of thing, and that's understandable. I think if you want to showcase the good aspects of Nigeria, really, you know, you have to encourage people to go there. You know, you have to give them a reason to want to go. You can't rely on the news only to, you know, present your country, because it's the job of the news to present, you know, sort of developments, whether it's, you know, terrorist attacks or whatnot. The good stuff is not going to make headline news because, you know, it's not, I guess it's not dramatic. It's not, you know, you have to all of that it has to be presented through culture, through people travelling and actually seeing it for themselves. So that's why it's really important for the government to improve the infrastructure, so that people can build hotels and tourists can come and actually enjoy themselves. If they can have air conditioning and all that kind of the nice stuff. So if Nigeria wants to improve its image, it's really up to our politicians to make it the kind of place that people can come and see for themselves.